Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to What Are You Painting Now? Our inaugural episode of Dear Games Workshop. Today's episode covers something very near and dear to my heart. Something that we need to get rid of, and that is the Sigmarine. The Sigmarine is something that has been a bit of a thorn in my side and that of many others. Many people dislike the Sigmarine, and it is not too hard to see why. See, the problem with the Sigmarine is that it doesn't truly exist. I know that sounds like a bit of a conundrum, but people looked at the Stormcast Eternals and they looked at the Space Marines, which they had for years, and they decided these two things are so similar that they are exactly the same. Thus, the term the Sigmarine was born. But see, the thing is, they come from very, very different worlds. And I'm not talking about fantasy and sci-fi. I'm not even talking about the sorts of stories in which you see both of them. See, no, the difference is one comes from dark space opera and the other comes from tales of heroism. Now, not all of my ideas which I'm about to present are original. A friend of mine put me onto a website a while ago which explains the difference between these two in some detail. So I am essentially going to be summing up this person's ideas. Alright, let's get into what makes the Space Marines and the Stormcast Eternals different, and why Games Workshop needs to absolutely make this difference clear. So, the Space Marines are the last desperate hope of humanity. These are warriors which are created from us. See, Space Marines are made from our stock, but they are not truly us. Children are taken from sometimes good areas, but more often than not, they're taken from death worlds. They're taken from violent gangs. They're taken from the darkest of the dark places. They are taken from the violent and vicious to become even more so. They have their organs replaced with something greater. They have psychological programming put into them. They are brainwashed into killing machines. They are born from absolute darkness to fight absolute darkness. They are humanity's last hope. A hope which is fading and quickly. On the other hand, the Stormcast Eternals are born from Sigmar's light. Sigmar came from the world that was, and he needed his own warriors to fight for humanity, to fight for order. So, what did he do? When a soul dies of a great warrior, he brings them to his palace and he makes them undergo a variety of trials. During this, he creates their golden armor from the world that was. And through these trials, they become purified, immortal warriors, able to fight all of the darkness and grab footholds in this new realm for order, for humanity, for anyone who wishes to do good. This is the essential difference between that of the Space Marine and of the Stormcast Eternal. The Space Marine is a story of darkness, of futility. In the grim darkness of the future, there is only war. There is no hope. There is no fear. There is only war. The Stormcast Eternal comes from light, literal lightning. They are born from light and they fight for light. They are the absolute good guys. These aren't people who were stolen before their time. No, these are people who had lives and they fight so that other people can have lives. And no, they chose this path. They went through the trials in order to be able to fight. They had a choice, unlike the people who became Marines. And that's pretty much it, guys. So I'll just lead us out here. And yeah, I'm looking forward to your comments. And, you know, I'm hoping that they'll all be positive. I'm sure that some of them won't be positive. There's going to be no backlash at all. Alright, guys, I will leave you with this music. Alright, please enjoy.